Hi everyone, welcome to Wheels on the Bike. I'm Agnieszka and this is my 2021 Kona Sutra Touring bike. I've had this bike for a few months now and I've ridden over 1,500 kilometers on it. And in this video, I'm going to attempt to address some of the questions you asked on the first impressions videos that I shot a few months ago. If you haven't seen those videos, I will link them in the description below. I'll start with the most common question, that is, how much does this bike weigh? Now, this is a 50 centimeter frame and this is a steel bike. And according to my scale, this bike, without all the extra bits that I added, specifically pedals, stem extender, and the front rack, this bike weighs 30.69 pounds. But I also followed up with Kona and asked them the same question. How much does this bike weigh? And they told me that the 54 centimeter frame, that's the only bike that they actually put on the scale, weighs 30.7 pounds. So by all means, this is not a light bicycle. If you're looking for a light bike, this is not the one for you. One of the first decisions I had to make when I purchased the bike is what pedals to put on the bike. I know I wanted flat pedals, and really the only pedal that was available that was in stock at the time was the Kona Wawa alloy pedal. So I wanted flat pedals with some good grips, and that's what these pedals are. One of the first things that I had installed on the bike was this stem extender. And one of the most common questions you had is, what is this stem extender? So this is the Satori heads-up 4 stem extender, and this is what was available at the time I needed to have it installed. In addition to this stem extender, I actually ended up getting a bike fit for this bike. Because I bought this bike off the internet without having test ridden it before because of the pandemic, I knew that I fell between two sizes, the 48 and the 50, and I chose to go with the 50. And I was having some shoulder issues, some shoulder pain, and after having the bike fit done, this bike now fits like a glove. In one of the previous videos, I mentioned that I really didn't like the bar tape, and we had some conversations with some of you about that. So the Kona cork bar tape that was installed on the bike, that didn't work out for me. I was getting a lot of numbness when I was riding the bike, and that was actually something new to me. So I ended up switching it for the wolf tooth supple bar tape. And while this bar tape is supple, no doubt about it, I am going to be changing it to a different bar tape. And that's because, one, this bar tape smells, and I thought that the smell would dissipate after having it for about 3 months now. And it hasn't. Secondly, the bar tape actually has some scuff marks on it, and again, I've not had it for too long of a time. The bar tape was actually quite expensive, so I would expect a certain level of quality from it, and it's just not proven to me to be so. So I am going to be removing this bar tape and putting a different one on the bike. But in terms of adding padding, the bar tape has done that. Let's address bar and shifter next. In my previous video, I mentioned that I specifically wanted a bicycle with bar and shifters. I didn't want integrated shifters on my bike. The one con of bar and shifters that I personally observed is whenever you lean your bike against a surface, it's very easy for the shifters to actually shift. So I have observed this. This happens to me quite often, and when I get back on the bike, I just have to adjust the shifter to the previous position, otherwise there's a lot of gear skipping. This bike comes stock with 3x10 Shimano Dior gears, and I've just had no issues with them, so I've not much to say. They are great, they're great for climbing. I wish I had more gears sometimes, but maybe I just need to get more physically fit. The saddle is a Brooks B17 saddle, and it is now fully broken in, and I have to say I absolutely love this saddle. On my long rides, 80+ kilometer rides, I don't feel the saddle at all. In my previous experience riding my gravel bike, I had to wear padded shorts. I certainly don't have to wear them while on tour on this bike, and I really enjoy that. The last point I want to make is about tires. Schwalbe Marathon Mondial tires come stock with the bike. I've ridden them on multiple surfaces, some really pretty rocky roads, and they've handled beautifully. I've had no punctures on them after riding on them for 1,500 kilometers. No issues. The tread is still looking very good, and I will continue enjoying riding in them. And that is all I have for you in terms of my updated 1,500 kilometer review of the 2021 Kona Sutra Touring bike. If you're a Kona Sutra owner, please let us know how you like the bike in the comments below. Let's have a conversation, let's continue it. As always, thanks so much for watching. If you made it this far, then consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. Comment, like, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.